Ah yes, Super Mario World. Often considered the best 2D Mario platformer of all time, and even the best Mario game of all time. While it deserves those accolades, it often gets way more than that. Some people even argue that this is the best 2D platformer ever, or even the best game of all time. Slightly overhyped if I'm honest. This game is important though, all things considered. It is well loved, which I respect. It's an influential game for sure. Even Miyamoto loves this game, and he made Mario, so, wow. Big shoes to fill. But after all these years, does this game still hold up? That is the question of the day, if I'm going to be honest. And if I'm going to be simple about it, the answer is obviously yes. Look, I played this game roughly 1 billion times. I know what I'm talking about when I say runs of this game rarely get old. Plus, this is the first appearance of a popular character, pet, and legendary mount. Yoshi is in this game. I know it almost feels weird to play 3 or 4 games without the lovely green dinosaur, and it's almost weirder that Birdo showed up before Yoshi did. Regardless, it's the name of the game this time around, so let's do it. Let's take on Yoshi! Nah, that title just doesn't do it for me. How about this? We will take on the location, like my first video on this channel. Let's take on Dinosaur Island! So this is how the story goes. Mario and Luigi and Peach are on vacation. Yeah, it turns out Mario's Sunshine wasn't the first time something like this happened. See, Peach and the others wanted to see baby Yoshi eggs hatching. However, come to find out, Bowser kidnapped them all. Somehow, while Mario is blinking, Princess Peach is also kidnapped. Yay! Look, I'm not the biggest fan of Princess Peach, but at least I'll save the baby Yoshis. This isn't as good as Mario Bros. 3, but I still find it a worthwhile reason to save the day. Realistically, rescuing Peach is too, but that kind of gets lazy with this story later on. In later Mario games, anyway. This is actually pretty decent, though. So, how did Bowser find this island, anyway? Again, I'm kind of a sucker for little details, like the ones in Mario Bros. 3, but this game does have a lot of details, too. For example, while the locations aren't as varied, when you are in caves, the aesthetics of the levels reflect that. In a forest, it looks like a forest. On a bridge, it kinda looks like that too. In a sunken airship from Mario Bros. 3, yeah, looks like that. Yep, an airship from Super Mario Bros. 3. I guess one crashed here after Mario brought it down and Bowser figured he'd make camp here on the island. Details like this make the game charming as all hell. While you're not on a scale that makes you feel the entire thing is a play or anything like that, this is still very fantastic. Even the sprite quality got boosted. While I don't actually like Mario's sprite here, blasphemy, I know, I still like the movements and animations that he gives off. Look at him give the peace sign at the end of each level, or smack Yoshi upside the head to get him to eat things. All of this with a boost to the 16-bit graphics. Wow. This game looks fantastic, even compared to all the All-Stars remakes of the NES games. This sounds amazing too. Probably one of my favorite soundtracks to 2D Mario games. The only real issue I have is I wish the settings were more varied. Yeah, this is one of the few things Mario Bros. 3 has over this game. The settings here do feel natural, but I feel it gets slightly boring to see caves, forests, lakes, and the like. They do change things when you run into slightly, unsettling ghost houses or castles of sorts. Don't get me wrong here, this game is still charming as hell. I just wish there was more varied settings is all. Although, I may be careful on what I wish for, since the setup of Super Mario Bros. 3 is shamelessly copied in the new Super Mario Bros. Later down the road. So, I've often touted that the gameplay here, in this game, is the best 2D Mario has to offer when compared to the classic games. And it is. Look, Mario is super precise here. There are a lot of levels that have the same amount of platforming precision as some of the Lost levels. But do I rage out? No. Why? Because this game has the precise Mario movements to actually perform some of these stunts with some form of ease. Not that this game is easy, but compared to all the other classic Mario games I've talked about this month, I don't rage this game as much. Yeah, no matter how challenging the levels are, despite all the shit they throw at you in this game, Only one level makes me rage. You may even know what level I'm talking about. Regardless, Mario's platforming has never been so fluid. Also, Mario throwing items is better here too. He can look and kick items like Koopa shells straight up into the air, making more difficult enemies like Lakitu a joke in this game. You can do this with springs too. Hell, even P-switches that turn blocks into coins is something that you can move around now, making more puzzle options. That's nice. Now for the power-ups. There aren't as many this time around. The Power Mushroom and the Fire Flower are back. They are the exact same, except fireballs turn enemies into coins instead of just killing them. Huh. The big new power-up is the Cape. Best power-up ever, by the way. This thing swipes to the side like the Tanuki tail, but is easier to hit foes with. It also flies. You can build up speed and shoot into the air. Unlike the tail, however, you can move your D-pad left and right in a rhythmic motion and fly until you hit something. In many levels, the Cape is absurdly good. It also slows your descent from the air. Man, I love this thing. So awesome. While you can't carry a ton of power-ups in this game like you could in the last one, you can carry one spare. You can use the spare power-up to, switch other power-ups here and there if need be. For example, if you need the Cape, you can switch from Fire Flower to the Cape. And if you need the Fire Flower, you can switch from the Cape to the Fire Flower. Easy peasy. If you're hit, the spare comes down and hopefully it's in an area that you can actually catch it, because a lot of the times it seems like it's just stuck in a brick wall and there's really not much I can do. The last power-up in the game is actually Yoshi. Yeah, he's more or less a special mount in the game that you can have on every level except for castles and ghost houses. You can use him with the Cape too and slow descent. Neat. Yoshi's main attraction, besides giving you another hit point, is that he can eat all his foes. He can eat things that even shrug off the Fire Flower. He is potent for sure. The only thing he has a hard time swallowing, it seems like, are shells. He can shoot shells like projectiles though, which is nice. He can't shoot them straight up, but he's mostly a loaded cannon for anything in front of him. However, shells have another use too. If Yoshi has a blue shell in his mouth, he can fly. Red shells shoot fire, yellow shells allow him to stop. If you have a special colored Yoshi, they can use these powers too. For example, a blue Yoshi can fly with any color of shell, but can also still use fireballs from the red shells. Yoshi helps Mario become super versatile for any and all situations in this game. Best part is, Yoshi isn't truly necessary unless you go after some of the secrets. He's just a fun power-up buddy. Also, when you get hit with Yoshi, instead of just losing him automatically, he, kicks you off and he kind of runs away and you can actually go catch him again, which is awesome. So, to my recollection, none of the main levels require a power-up to beat said level. On the rare occasion that a power-up is needed, I'm pretty sure they make sure you have plenty of access to it. None of the levels expect you to perform frustrating things. There are some moments that the challenge is a little larger, with amount of foes, but Mario's able to handle random enemy patterns better. On a few occasions there are random patterns, they aren't so bad Mario can't handle them, which is nice. Castle levels are often more challenging with platforming, and ghost houses are typically more puzzle-based. These are fun. Now, don't get me wrong, while Mario is more than capable, these levels are certainly challenging. Mario is better, but Bowser seems to know this. There is plenty for Mario to dodge and jump over, but luckily most of the levels know when the levels get rough. They often allow you a breath of fresh air after a more taxing platforming segment, which is awesome. There are also checkpoints in the levels as well. You can normally find these in the middle of a longer level in case the level, is giving you a lot of shit. Checkpoints will also act like a super mushroom if you're small Mario, which is definitely nice. That's very kind of them. The only thing left to discuss is boss fights. And they're actually improved from Mario Bros. 3. The Koopalings return, but they all have different fighting styles. Iggy and Larry fight you on a platform as you try and bounce them off. Larry's fight is harder due to extra fireballs. Wendy and Lemmy fight you in pipes with dummies set up. You jump on them enough times and they'll fall into the lava below. Lemmy has fireballs added to his traps. Morton and Roy climb to the roof of the level and drop down on you. If you're on the ground when, they hit the ground, you're stunned. Roy's room also closes in on you. You basically fight a boss type and eventually fight a harder version of said boss fight. But this is definitely more varied than previous Mario games. Not the most challenging bosses, but typically still fun. Ludwig has an original fighting style, however, being more akin to Mario Bros. 3. He shoots fire at you, and when you hit him, he spins into a shell. And Bowser has his clown car in this game. Yeah. He flies above you, throwing bowling balls at you, and tries and smashes you, all while throwing enemies at his head. The only boss that repeats a lot is the sub-boss for smaller castles, Reznor. There are 4 evil dinosaurs shooting fire. That's Reznor. You smack the platform they are on from underneath to kill them. You take out 2 of them and the floor starts to vanish. It sounds scary, but once you get used to them, they aren't bad. Almost like Boom Boom of this world, but, you still only find them occasionally compared to Boom Boom, who was all over the damn place. You also mostly fight Reznor during secret pathways rather than the main, linear path, so that's nice. And it's about this time that you're probably wondering, wait, Sauron, there are secret levels in this game? And to that I say, yes! Unlike Mario Bros. 3, the alternate pathways in this game are hidden by secret exits and stages. If you notice, red level spots on the overworld map indicate the level has a secret exit. I only found this as an adult. I didn't realize this as a kid, making me feel really stupid. Just saying. Find this secret exit, which is usually a puzzle involving bringing a key to a keyhole, and bam! Secret level! Most secret levels lead to shortcuts in the game, but can also lead to a star. This star takes you to more hidden levels, each with a secret exit and a different colored Yoshi. These can lead to the end of the game early as all hell, or even hidden challenge levels. This is where one of those levels gives me shit. See, there's a power-up that rarely appears. It turns Mario into a temporary blimp to cross bottomless pits. Unlike the cape, this is a limited time power-up. It's more like the Power Star. Oh, right, the Power Stars return here, making you invincible. It's rare and not used as much as the last game. Anyway, these challenges are really, really tough, and the blimp one is bull dookie. But the rest are very challenging, but they're also still fairly fair. I actually like these levels about as much as I hate them. Anyway, beat all the secrets and turn the entire game into Halloween. Yeah. Koopas look like Mario, Piranha Plants look like Jack-o'-lanterns, and Bullet Bills look like Pidgeots. Well, bullet-like versions anyway. You know, Pidgeots from Super Mario Bros. 2? The bird on the magic carpet? No? Anyway. While not as focused as the last game, hidden lives and coin rooms are also findable. They are often different and fun, but some of them are the generic minigames. You can find a Guess the Block minigame in many of the levels, and if you get enough points by hitting the tape at the end of this goal, you can also play another minigame for extra lives. Last but not least, there is a ghost house with a secret exit that leads to a emergency power-up area. That's really neat. Okay, that wasn't last. Last is the block buttons. You can find palace shaped like P-switches. Play the level for a chance to gain lives, and beat it to make new blocks appear in various stages. These blocks make more difficult platforming sections far easier. It doesn't make the game super easy, but it does ease up on some of the more difficult sections. This also allows you to get more power-ups as well. If you unlocked all the yellow or green blocks, they give you mushrooms and cape feathers respectively. While I like the secret coin, power-up, and extra live rooms more, and there's definitely less emphasis on them in this game, the secrets here are still very awesome. Find a hidden exit or two, and not only do you unlock new levels, but you can find permanent helpful blocks or shortcuts. And beating all the challenging levels paints the map with my favorite holiday. I love this. This is pretty awesome to be rewarded like this. Hey guys, this is off script and everything like that. I'm recording this on a different day because, guess what? I forgot entirely to talk about Mario's new jump and the Game Boy Advance version in, I didn't even put it in the script. So, bear with me here. This is just kind of a side tangent. Mario has a new jump in this game. he can basically do a spin jump. What that means is he jumps and he can kind of bounce off certain obstacles as well as decimate foes entirely. He can actually destroy Koopa shells like this too. Yoshi kind of does it, but he just does it automatically and he doesn't spin while doing it. But yeah, Yoshi can kind of just move over certain hazards with relative ease. So there's that. As for the Game Boy Advance version, there are not a whole lot of differences at all with the Game Boy Advance version versus the Super Mario World. It's mostly just the washed out colors and the less quality in the music that you'd expect from the Game Boy Advance, and they give you an extra side task to do. So just wanted to kind of throw that out there. I didn't completely forget, but yeah, I just kind of spaced putting those things in the video. So they're going here. Cool. All right. Back to the regularly scheduled broadcast. Thank you. Bye-bye. Well, not bye-bye, because I still got to wrap this whole thing up, right? Yep. All right. Let's wrap it up. There is very little wrong with Super Mario World. While I think Super Mario Bros. 3 does some things better, Super Mario World still stands tall. The gameplay and level design mixes together in a very fluid experience that gets more and more challenging the further you progress in the game. Finding secrets is rewarding by giving you new levels, more blocks to help with harder levels, lives, and a new theme to make the game look awesome. The writing is pretty decent, even if my preschool girlfriend dumped me for a ninja because the baby Yoshis were considered ugly. Yeah, my preschool life was weird. The game is also incredibly charming. I may like the writing, charm, and the secrets more in Super Mario Bros. 3, but Super Mario World is no slouch on any of these subjects. Super Mario World is a masterpiece. Probably more of a masterpiece than the previous game is, and is most likely a better game overall, but I recommend it about the same. Super Mario World is highly recommended if you enjoy 2D platformers. It gets a 10 out of 10 from me. Mario, what do you think?
I like it a lot. Thank you so much for playing my game.
Well, there you go. That's all the time I have for this marathon. This was fun. I'm glad I did it. And there might be another Mario Marathon sometime in the future. Until then, take care, my minions. Until next time, bye-bye. Oh, and like, subscribe, comment if you actually like the content of my video. I apologize. My throat was really dry when I did a lot of these lines. Time crunch. You gotta deal with what you gotta deal with. But, yeah, so I apologize if I didn't sound all that great in this video. But, thanks for dealing with me on my tangent Mario Marathon out of nowhere. And, yeah, I'll be giving you guys an update relatively soon on what I'm planning for the rest of the season, as well as what I'm planning on for next season, and what I'm going to have to start doing to keep myself sane. So, till then, take care. Bye-bye.